My style. I'm Jason, that funny magic guy. I always say, not that I'm 50% magician or 50% comedian. It's if Jim Carrey and Chris Angel had a kid, don't know how that would happen, I'd be it.
Often when I show up for a big show, I've just had my jacket or my suit cleaned. Last time I was doing one, the lady left a pin in it.
I was 17. I had been making balloon animals at the local market. A friend had shown me how, and it was a great way to make money in the summer. You get to meet a lot of girls, see all the sights, and they're giving you money. Someone showed me a magic trick, and I started to perform it sometimes for the groups after they'd had their balloons, and I noticed that people would stick around to see the magic trick, which would attract more people who would want a balloon. And so I started to study magic as a way to keep a crowd, and ended up really enjoying it. I ended up putting myself through college, performing magic, originally birthday parties, small events, and then larger and larger until the time I finished. They had asked if people were telling me I should possibly do this for a living. So that's how I kind of got into it.
Two more.
I love magic because there are many art forms. Magic you can draw from all sorts of different ones to create a presentation, whether it be up close or on stage. But no art form on its own, I think, can affect someone the way a magic trick can. When it's presented well, when it's done right, a lot of people have had bad experiences with someone who's not a real magician maybe doing a lame trick for them. But there's the potential there. And you can really change someone's, well, for sure their day, for sure their mood, and sometimes even the way they look at the world.
It's a real one, and you know it's your crayon, right? See, if you want it to disappear, you have to tap it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And it's gone. Yeah, not the coin. The coin's still there. It's the crayon. Now, where do crayons go when they disappear? Look out, it's behind somebody's ear. Yeah, if it's in front of you, you still see it. Now, if you want money to disappear, it's real. Money disappears on its own sometimes.
I know.
You only have to go 2 taps. 1, 2, and then it's gone. Doesn't go in my sleeves. Doesn't fit in the crayon because it's too small. It's gotta be behind somebody's ear.
When I was younger one time, I was performing for a inner city youth, it wasn't a drop-in, I guess it was more of these kids were being held. You know, they didn't have a place to go. Inner city, many involved with gangs. And they had me come in just to do some magic tricks with them. And it was really neat because you'd see very tough exteriors that a couple minutes later would start to smile. And then a few minutes later would forget that they would remember that they're still kids and that they can still enjoy simple things. Yeah, that was a moment that made me go, you know what, there's value here. I performed with different restaurants over the years, bars, different places, usually on a regular basis. A friend that I had made was managing a Boston Pizza Lounge, asked me to come in, talk to their manager. She thought, hey, this might be a good fit. They ended up owning a bunch of Boston pizzas. So a good friend of mine, we ended up splitting 4 Boston pizzas. So 1 week on, 1 week off kind of a thing, but it was a nice exposure / we'd both get to change it up a little bit for the restaurant, so they kind of liked that.
Do you know what you steer a motorcycle with? Now, a lot of people say steering wheels, that's on cars. What does a bike have? Right, the handlebars. And you know how to stop the motorcycle? Exactly, you hit the brakes. Some kids say trees or brick walls. I don't give them motorcycles.
I like to have 1 or 2 restaurants that I perform at because it keeps me in practice. I get to meet a ton of people, and I love what I do.
A quick public service announcement. 50% of the children in our restaurants have seen a friend sniff a marker. Sniffing markers is not good for you. I don't know why, but I always enjoy doing that.